June 26, 2015 was a major milestone for the LGBTQ community and the civil rights in the United States. Though the relationship between gay, straight, and other people may not have been positive due to biased people, I theorize if any anti-gay bias is on the rise everywhere, lawmakers wouldn't feel obligated to implement these laws. No union is more powerful than love, devotion, sacrifice, and family. It would misunderstand these men and women to say they disrespect the idea of marriage. They do respect it, so deeply that they can seek to find its fulfillment for themselves. Same-sex marriage is a practice of marriage between two men or two women. Same-sex marriage has been regulated through law, religion, and custom in most countries. Same-sex marriage has been debated back and forth between politics for years since the legislation. The banning of gay marriage has been stated that it serves only to hurt, discriminate, and deprive same-sex couples and their families of equal dignity, to label and treat them as a second-class citizen, and to hold them unworthy of participation in our society's moral traditions. Proportions of legal gay marriage say that gay marriage bans are discriminatory and unconstitutional, and that same-sex couples should have access to all of the benefits that different sex couples have. There are approximately over 1,100 benefits that are applied to married couples. These benefits include hospital visitation during an illness, filling a joint tax return to reduce a tax burden, family health coverage, U.S. residency and family unification for a spouse from a different country, and inheritance rights if your spouse dies. According to the New York Times, it is estimated that same-sex couples denied marriage benefits will add an additional $41,196 to $467,562 in expenses over their lifetimes compared to heterosexual couples. Forbidding a gay couple from marriage when it's explicitly available to a heterosexual couple is preventing their freedom of expression. So according to gaymarriage.procon.org, Rick Santorum stated that legalization of gay marriage would further undermine an institution that is essential to the well-being of children and our society. Do we need to confuse the future generations of Americans even more about the role and importance of an institution that is so critical to the stability of our country? I believe, among many others, new laws may be created to accommodate their civil requests without upsetting traditions and the people that support them. Though the evidence on our child's outcome is unpredictable, it does suggest that children raised by lesbians or homosexual men are more likely to experience a gender or sexual orientation disorders. A sociologist and an advocate for same-sex civil marriage reviewed the literature on child outcomes and found the following. Lesbian parenting may free daughters and sons from a broad but uneven range of traditional gender prescriptions. Her conclusion here is based on studies that show that sons of lesbians are more masculine and daughters of lesbians are more masculine. Arizona had a state ban stating that same-sex couples could not marry because there's no potential to produce children. Same-sex couples could never provide a child with both biological mother and the biological father. Even if a heterosexual couple is infertile or just chooses to not have kids, are still biologically capable of having children, and they also may just change their minds. Just because there's no potential or having a biological child from both spouses in a same-sex couple doesn't mean that they should not be able to marry. There are many different sex couples that do not have children and or do not aspire to have any children. When a minor comes out as a homosexual, their parents may sometimes decide to take them to something called conversion therapy. Conversion therapy is the practice of attempting to change an individual's sexual orientation or gender identity by using psychological or spiritual interventions. 20 states, including the District of Columbia, have banned discredited practice of conversion therapy on minor clients. Penalties range from up to fines to imprisonment. Being a part of the LGBTQ community is a part of who somebody is, and it is not a choice that somebody just chooses to make one day. So making a person trying to change somebody else's view or identity is absurd. Conversion therapy can be very dehumanizing and can be bad for mental health, causing depression, anxiety, drug use, homelessness, and suicide. So based on this body of evidence, every major medical and mental health organization in the United States has issued a statement condemning the use of conversion therapy. June 26, 2015 was a major milestone for the LGBTQ community. And banning same-sex marriage only hurts and discriminates the members of the community, which holds back their freedom of expression. Everyone in this country should be able to feel free to express themselves, and nobody should butt in other people's personal lives and how they choose to live it and who they choose to marry. There are over 1,100 benefits that are available to heterosexual couples that should also be available to same-sex couples as well. Marriage is the earliest tradition in our country's history, and we should not be taking it away from people who want to marry of the same gender. Love should not be based from a political standpoint, and I think people should be able to marry whoever they love. Thank you.